Welcome to the Colorful Knits podcast. My name is Maggie. This is my channel where I love to share all about my knitting and crochet adventures. I hope you've all been doing well. It has been very hot here in Pennsylvania. Very hot. But I've still managed to get a lot of knitting and crochet done, so let's get cozy. I have quite a bit to share with you today. I have a couple finished objects, lots of sock whips, lots of acquisitions. So I'll just start with my finished objects. So I am participating in summer sock camp. If you do not know what summer sock camp is, that is a knit along hosted by Kay from the Crazy Sock Lady. It is a sock knit along all through summer. It ends August 31st. So that is what I've been working on. Last episode, I shared a finished pair, and I since then have another finished pair, and these are my opal socks. This colorway is so good. I don't know why, I'm just obsessed with these different colors together. I think they just look so fun and funky, and I cannot wait to wear these. So much fun. I just did a plain vanilla sock. I don't have any type of formula other than I knit all my socks on 9-inch circulars. These are for myself, so I cast on 64 stitches and I do an afterthought heel. I do not count my rounds when I do socks. I just I knit cuff down. I just kind of decide how long I want my cuff to be, just depending on my mood, and then I'll knit a tube to whatever length I feel will be good for me, and then later on I go back and add the heels after I have made the second tube. So I guess it is kind of a formula for me, but I don't really count rounds, just my cast on. But yeah, so these are my only finished pair of socks, but boy do I have quite a lot of sock whips, but I will share that when I talk about my whips. I have two more other finished objects. These were definitely projects that I wanted to make on a whim. My sister and nephew's birthday was last month, and I finally just finished their birthday gifts, so let me share those. All right, so Pinterest is definitely where I go to get a lot of my inspiration, especially if I'm looking to make gifts. I love to go to Pinterest and just kind of browse. So my nephew is 4, and I wanted to make him some kind of toy, and I found this pattern on Pinterest, and I'll pop it up here, but it is the cutest little fishing like pond play set. So I have this little ball here. It's not a ball, but it is like the pond of water, and then I crocheted these tiny little fish. I did 5 of them, and just like scrap yarn that I had. The fish was not part of the pattern. When I clicked on the link in the pattern for the fish, this was a free pattern, by the way. When I clicked on the link for the fish, it took me nowhere. So I assumed like something, the pattern, the fish pattern part was like revoked or something, I'm not sure. But or maybe it became like a paid for pattern. But anyways, so I did not follow a pattern for this. I just kind of eyeballed these little fishies. But I did buy little magnets to put on the top, so that way he could fish for them. But the pattern called to use a wooden like dowel rod, and then you create a fishing rod out of that, and you crochet like a little bobber. But I wanted something that was a little more realistic for him, that he could like actually like wind and play with. So I found these tiny little fishing rods on Amazon that actually have a magnet on the bottom of the hook, so I didn't have to crochet anything for this. Yeah, just super cute little fishing rod. Like it actually like works, and it like hooks onto like the little fishies. So I thought that was really cute. So I think he's gonna love it. I thought it was a really cute idea. The only thing I have to do is put some yarn through here, because you cinch it to make it like a little bag, and then you can untie it and, like, you know, make your little pond. So I hope he loves it. I think he will. But I had a lot of fun making this. Sometimes I love making just very random projects, because, you know, it's something new and exciting, and also it's a gift, so that's always so much fun to make gifts for others, especially my little nephews. So that was his birthday gift, so I have to get this sent out to him because his birthday was in June and it's mid-July. So that was one finished gift object, and the next object that I finished is for my sister. Her birthday was also at the end of June, and I don't think she watches these, so I think it might be safe. But Brandy, if you're watching this, look away. Anyways, she is very much like into like the homestead type of like crafting. Like, she makes a lot of jams, and she bakes like bread, and makes just a lot of her own canned goods, and I just love it. I think she's just the cutest. And I saw this pattern on Pinterest, and I felt like it just really fit her aesthetic, and I thought they were really cute. So I'll put the pattern up here. They are these pie pot holders, and I thought they were just perfect. Mine did not turn out as perfect. They're kind of a little wonky, but I mean, I think she's gonna love them. And I mean, I'll just show you. So I made these two pie pot holders. I made a blueberry and a cherry inspired one. I used Lily and Cream cotton yarn, so they're nice and thick, and it's like a double layer because you crochet like the pie filling first and then the pie crust after. Put the two together. This was originally a free pattern, but then when I went on Ravelry, it is now a paid for pattern, so I did buy the pattern. But yeah, really cute. They were really easy to make. I'm just really bad with crocheting in the round and losing count of stitches, and if there's a pattern that you crochet in the round and it doesn't tell you like how many stitches you should have after every row, I am really bad at like keeping track of that. So I feel like it did get a little, it's not perfect, because you can kind of tell like the lattice work right here is like this giant piece right here, but she's not gonna care. I think she's gonna absolutely love them. So those were my other two finished objects. So I have to get these packed out and sent to her. She doesn't live in town, so I think I'll probably just send them in the mail. I don't think I'll be seeing her anytime soon, so I'm gonna pack those up and send them in the mail. So I thought those were a lot of fun. Also, any of these patterns that I show you, I will make sure to link them in the description box below the video. But I'm gonna take a sip. I have no hot tea or coffee today because it is so hot. So I've been obsessed with chai lattes. So from my grocery store, I can buy, I think it's the Tezo brand. You can buy like the tea concentrate in the cartons, and I buy the chai and just add some ice and some milk, and it's delicious. All right, those are my 3 finished objects. So let's talk about WIPs. I apologize. I feel like I always just breeze through these, but I get so excited to talk about this stuff, and then I don't realize until after I'm done like recording that I've talked so fast and like breeze through everything so quickly. So I'm really gonna try to slow down a little bit. But I want to talk about this work in progress that I have. I wanted to make a summer garment. Speaking of, I didn't talk about this one that I'm wearing today. This is the Province top by Nastia Crochets. It is just a cute little, let me stand up here, just a cute little cropped crochet tank top. Very easy. It's a paid for pattern. I've already made 2 of these. I think last year I wore one of them in my last videos, but I love this one because it's just a cream color and it matches everything. I did use a cotton yarn, but it's not super heavy. It's actually pretty breathable, but the pattern was easy and I loved it. But I wanted to do something different this year, a different pattern, because I almost made another one of these, but I was like, I kind of want something different. So I went on Ravelry and I found a free pattern for the terracotta rib tank. Put that up here. And let me show you what I have done so far. So it is a free pattern actually, which is awesome, and the pattern is so well written, and I've been having a lot of fun working on it. It's been actually going pretty quickly. I actually might even be able to finish this today. We'll see. So this is what I have so far. This is the color that I chose. So it's crocheted in like one big panel, and then like you make the straps, and then so like I started here and this is where I'm currently working on. So I'll go a little bit longer, and then you fold it. Sorry, it's kind of like, it's like droopy, it's hard to hold. And then you seam down the back. But the yarn that I am using, okay, I was like, oh no, I didn't grab it. But this is the yarn. It is the K&C brand that I got from Joann's. It is 100% cotton, and the colorway is called Santa Fe. So that's the label. And I don't know, this yarn, like I picked my pattern, I went and looked for yarn for what color I wanted to use, and I don't know, something just spoke to me about this yarn. I just love the colors. It almost kind of, honestly, it kind of gives me like fall vibes a little bit, but it has like this marled like look to it. So I think it's gonna be really pretty. And this is the exact same cotton I used for this tank top, so I know it's gonna already be cool and not too heavy. So yeah, this is a super fun, easy summer project. If you're looking for a tank top, I highly suggest that pattern. She has literally every size possible, which we love a size inclusive pattern. I did the size extra small for this, because I know it's a tank top and I want it like tight fit. I don't want it loose, so I did the extra small size for this one. So yeah, that is my summer tank top. Wow, it is really hot. Okay, so my last my last works in progress are of course socks. So let's dive into those. Let me just grab my basket of socks here. So I always usually keep my socks in project bags. I love project bags. I love buying project bags. But I was really inspired by a couple of knitters, like Sarah from Love Sock Wool, and I think it was Addie from Ruby and Roses. They always have baskets for like their knits, especially Sarah from Love Sock Wool. She always has like a basket of socks, and I was like, I love that. I want to kind of be a little more organized and like have everything all in one area, because I have project bags of socks everywhere and I lose them, and I'm like, oh no, where did I put this one? I want to work on this one. So I'm like, I'm gonna just put them all in a basket. And then if I'm knitting out somewhere, I can just grab one of my project bags, put it in, and take it. So I found this picnic basket that I had up in my attic, and it is so cute. I do not even remember where I got it from. I'm gonna guess I probably thrifted it somewhere, but it's lined with this beautiful floral colors, and it's huge. It's huge. It was a full-on picnic basket, like it had the lid, but I took all of like the hardware off of it because I never used it as a picnic basket. Anyways, let's talk about all these socks I have going on. So after I finished my last 2 summer sock camp socks, I went like hog wild and I just cast on all of the socks. So I will start with these. I did manage to finish one sock minus the heel with this yarn. This is the KNC hand-dyed yarn from Joann's that I just recently discovered. It is very cheap. It was like 10 bucks for a skein of this. Actually, I think I have the tag here somewhere. Yeah, okay, so it's the KNC. I love this brand. I am becoming so obsessed with it. So KNC hand dyed, the color is Lemon Lime Splash, and it is 75 superwash merino, 25% polyamide, and it is a 100-gram skein. So yeah, so I found these at Joann's. So this was the first one. I'm making a super short ankle sock, so it looks really like silly without the heel. It looks like almost like a baby sock, but I'll add the heel in here, so it'll be nice, a nice super shorty summer sock. But I thought these colors are perfect for summer sock camps, just like tropical, beachy. I don't know, it just definitely reminded me of summer, and it is so soft. Oh my gosh, it is so squishy and so soft. So much fun. I'm really hoping that they keep this line at Joann's. If you don't have it at your local Joann's, you can buy it online. I did go to another Joann's recently that was not my local Joann's, and they didn't have it. So if this is something you're looking for, check on their website. They definitely have it. I've looked. But they also have a ton of cotton hand-dyed too, which would be really nice for like if you're looking for a summer tank top or whatever kind of summer project and you're looking for cotton. They had beautiful hand-dyed, so many colors too. So that is the first one. I have to cast on the second one, and I'll have these whipped up in no time because they're shorty socks. The second one that I got from Joann's, the color is this one. Whoop, I'm all tangled here. This pretty like marled gray with pink and blue and purple, and this color is, this is also the KNC hand dyed, and this color is called Cotton Candy Splash. And this is my first sock, and this is how it's looking worked up. I love the gray marled with like the colorful stripes, and this is my little cotton candy stitch marker from Sweet Cherry. But yeah, also super soft. So these will also be a super short pair of ankle socks for summer, because I know I've talked about it in my past podcast, but at my job it's air conditioned, which I'm very thankful for, especially like these super summer hot days. But sometimes I'll wear my socks and my sneakers at work, and they're cozy in the AC. So yeah, so I love those. I kind of want to, I shared about my Stardew Valley socks last podcast, and I have not touched these, but I need to get these done because look, I'm not even that far off. So I've had these going since I think February, and I've just not been wanting to work on them, but I really just want to get them done. And I know they won't take me long, so maybe this week I'll power through these and get those off the needles. My other opal socks that I shared about in my last podcast, it was my magic loop method crisis. Not really a crisis, it's just the first time I ever knit socks on magic loop, and so many of you were so helpful and reached out to me about like how to stop like where I join. I have that kind of awkward, like I think I've been pulling too tight, and you guys were so sweet and helped me out with that. So, but I haven't touched them since, but I'm gonna keep going. I'm not gonna frog it. It's not a big deal if they're a little wonky on the side. They're just for me. So I'm gonna keep going, and I think I'm just like overthinking this. I don't think it's nearly as much of a crisis as I'm making it out to be. But I will pick these back up sooner or later. And then I have this other sock. Last year, participated in Sock Week with Nitty Natty, and boy, that was a challenge. I don't think I'll be participating in that. Actually, I think it's next week anyways, but I don't think I'll be participating in Sock Week because it was a struggle for me to try and get a sock done in a whole week. But I did finish one last year. I got this, it's an opal sock yarn, and I got the colors because I love Shark Week, and it very much reminded me of like ocean colors, blue. So I finished one, and I definitely want to get the other one done. Not in 1 week though, but yeah. So this was a Sock Week sock, but hopefully I can start the other one and get that done. Okay. All right, I have one more sock. This is, but I'm gonna go into a little bit of depth here. So at the beginning of the year, I started dabbling in yarn dyeing, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. And I dyed up a skein of yarn, and I started knitting the sock. And actually, let me show you. So this was this first skein that I dyed. It was this really beautiful, like magenta with specks of purple. And I knit up the sock, and it's so pretty. It's so pretty, but it is very stiff, and I think it's because of the base that I got. This was just 100% superwash, which I feel like most of the time is soft, but I don't know. This is really stiff for some reason, and I was like, I don't really like the way that feels for a sock. So I bought a different sock base, bare yarn sock base to try out, and I dyed it again, and holy cow, you guys, this one came out so much better. So here it is. It is so much more vibrant. I'll show you. Hopefully it picks it up on camera. But this one, and I use the exact same like dye recipe. This one came out so much more vibrant and like just held the speckle so much better. I mean, this is still a gorgeous color. It's just a little more darker than I was going for. Still beautiful. I'll probably throw it in, like add it to a crochet shawl or even a blanket or something. But for socks, I didn't love how this felt. But anyways, so this is the other skein that I dyed, and I started knitting socks with it, and it is so soft and squishy. And let me show you the difference worked up. Yeah, you can tell just how much more vibrant this one is. This is still beautiful. Like I said, I still love this. But I am obsessed with this. Those blue speckles. So I've been having so much fun playing around with color and yarn dyeing, but I really wanted to show you guys this color because I love it. And I dyed like a mini skein too. It's like this dark periwinkle, like tonal blue that I'm gonna pair with it for contrasting contrasting heels and toes. So I was really excited about this one, and I'm just loving how squishy this sock is, and just being like, oh my god, like I dyed this yarn, and I love it. I've been having so much fun, and I really just kind of got my crochet and mojo back within like the last couple weeks. Actually, I think the gifts kind of got me back into it, and I've been watching a lot of knitting podcasts lately too, which always gives me super inspiration. But yeah, super fun, super pretty. I can't wait to finish these. These are gonna be long socks, because I just want to eat up all of this yummy colorway. So these are gonna be a little longer. I don't know if I'll get them done for sock camp, but we'll see. So yeah, that is all of my sock whips at the moment. So much fun. It is Shark Week. Well, last week was Shark Week. It's Sunday. Last week was Shark Week, so I've been hiding in the air conditioning and knitting away on all the socks and making all the projects because it's just too hot. I don't like to go. I'm not a summer girly. I'm definitely a fall girly. I don't like being out in hot heat. It's just so uncomfortable. So luckily enough, I'm lucky to have air conditioning that I can go hide and relax in and work on my projects. And I've been watching all the Shark Week shows this past week, and yeah, so that's it. But I did want to share about the colorway that I dyed again. I was trying to make a little swatch. Oh my gosh, it's just so fun. I just love it so much. But I wanted to share this, and maybe other people have done this too, and maybe I'm just new to this like game, but I wanted to knit a swatch, but I also didn't want to do it on like big needles, so I bought DPNs and I put these tiny little needle stoppers on just to make short little needles. So that's kind of a little tip. If you are working on a project but you don't want these big needles, buy DPNs and put stoppers on them. Yeah, and that works. But yeah, that's the swatch. So yeah, dyeing has been a lot of fun. I like set up a little area in my basement that I could play around with all the colors and just have fun, and it's been a lot of fun. So I want to talk about some acquisitions, some projects I'm hoping to start. I'm already thinking about fall so much that I may have purchased some fall yarn. I did buy some new like sock yarns and stuff. It's so funny because my stash was going down and I was like, I'm gonna use up my stash, I'm gonna use up all my sock yarn, and then I'm like, well, I think I want to knit a shawl. So that happened. I didn't knit the shawl, but I bought some yarn for it. But I'm not gonna show you. I'll because I don't even know when I'm gonna cast it on. But I really have been just craving kind of like mindless projects. I mean, socks are mindless for me too, but something different than socks. So I think I might make my husband a blanket for Christmas this year, and I think I might start it now. Actually, I might start quite a few gifts. I have some socks I want to make for friends for Christmas, and some hats, and yeah, I'm feeling really inspired lately. So I just want to make all the things. So I guess that's all I have to chat about my making today. I feel like I had so much more to talk about, but I always breeze through that. But have you guys been participating in summer sock camp? It's my favorite make along. It's so just chill and relaxing and allows me to just really push through like all of my socks. So my goal is to, all of the socks that I have in this basket, hopefully at least get most of them done for summer sock camp. That way, at the end of August, when I'm feeling really into fall, I can cast on all of like my autumnal, is that a word? Autumnal yarn colors for socks. So yeah, I'm gonna continue with some book talk. All right, I want to chat about books. I don't have a ton. Actually, I only have one book to chat about because I've not been super into reading. I've been more focused on my making and just kind of watching, in a watching mood. So that's what I've been doing. But I did start, because it's Shark Week, I saw this book at Barnes & Noble, like, I think in like January. I saw it, caught my eye, and I took a picture of it. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna save this for when Shark Week comes. So I started the book. It's called Chasing Shadows. I forget the author, so I'll throw it up here. But I am only a few chapters in, but it is very good. So if you are into sharks and things like that, so far it's a really good read. I love anything related to nature, documentaries like Planet Earth and all of that stuff, but there's something about sharks that I have always been drawn to. And Shark Week, like as a kid, I always loved to watch it, and as an adult it's even more fascinating. So that's always a fun part of summer for me, because it's not my favorite season, so I'm always trying to find like the little glimmers, you know, throughout the month to get excited about, and Shark Week is definitely one of those. So last night I watched Deep Blue Sea. That is one of my favorite shark movies, and I think today I'm going to try to finish my terracotta rib tank, and I'm gonna binge watch all of Jaws movies because those are also my favorite. Anyways, I only talked about one book and then I went on a tangent about TV shows, but as for reading, that's all I have for now. Thanks for hanging out and listening to me chat about my knitting and my crochet. I would, as always, love to hear what you're making. I love to get all that inspiration. I love to see what everybody's making, hear all about it. So please tell me. So if you made it this far, thanks so much for being here, and I'll talk to you soon.